All right. So as the door swings open, now that we're back to this, you can clearly see what this room it contains.
Yeah, looks like a teleportation circle to me.
Yeah, it's much more dimly lit because there's only a small number of candles in here. But
Yeah.
we knew the court had a teleportation circle in this facility. It basically went without saying that they had it. This seems
Well,
to
we didn't know. We assumed, and it makes sense that they have one.
yes,
And now we know.
and now we know, and this appears to be it.
Or one of them anyway.
Yeah, and there appears to be a faint glow to it. Well, it's difficult to set up permanent teleportation circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's definitely active.
Well, for the moment, I'll leave it alone.
Yeah. And based on the trail of the wheel carts coming in and out of this room, we suspect it is used for probably both receiving and sending out the fruits of their labor and receiving supplies.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's go across the hall and repeat the process.
All right, you go ahead one image. All right. This one swings open in something a little harder to describe.
Looks like a jail.
It is basically a jail. It is basically there's a set of iron bars which is about 15 feet into the room.
Yep.
And the rest of the room on the other side is taken up with very basic cots.
Are any of these cots occupied?
And there are people in there, yes.
How many people? Not that many, I hope.
All right, I'm going to roll. There are 9 people in there. 9 of those 12 cots are occupied.
And I assume these are rather terrified individuals.
Some of them look a little terrified. Some of them don't seem to really care. They just look over, and when they don't see anyone there, they just seem to stop. They just seem to just lose interest.
But
We've known the courts takes people as prisoners and slaves and servants. Well, this basically to say these people haven't been treated the best and they've been given very little in the way of accommodations or anything. They're all basically sharing one massive room,
yep,
like wooden bunks, wooden cots, basically.
yep,
They're given blankets and pillows, and there's also a bucket at each bed.
yeah.
And there's a couple of basically bowls, some which have been eaten, some which have been half eaten. These 9 people are humanoids. All of them seem to be adults. Some humans, uh, a couple elves, one half orc.
It must really stink in here.
It's not. It's a prison. It's pungent and doesn't smell very great. There's no one else occupying here, but it doesn't take us too long to look around and see a couple watchers hidden again in various spots of the room. So this area is clearly under surveillance.
Well, I'm gonna whisper to you that before we leave, we should probably free these guys, but we can't do anything right at the moment.
Yes, you see me. Well, you can't see me, but I say looking up. I think there's another one of those doors that slides down.
Yeah, that's easily avoidable.
Yeah, I imagine they don't care too much if these people get put to sleep either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we exit and we reseal the door. I just close the doors. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, now this is important. We should go backwards, back to where we were in the sequence. So quickly, we'll probably see a few things that further,
Gotta
further,
go too far.
further.
There.
There. This is where we were last.
Okay.
But we didn't see too much.
No, I tried not to look.
Yeah. Well, our viewers probably saw some things.
Yeah, they can pause and watch it as much as they want.
Yeah. So that's the problem. I could edit it out, but it's just a waste of time, really.
Nah, they're gonna see it all shortly anyway.
Yeah. So yes, we're basically standing back in this corridor. So we now know what's in these 2 rooms.
Yes, victims that we need to prevent from being victims.
Yep, and the teleportation circle, which we will probably either use, probably need to use to get them out of here at some point.
Yeah, that would probably be the easiest way. Otherwise, let them go and they'll
And
probably.
hope they can fend for themselves in the underworld.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I say we'll probably have to, after we're done using it, somehow disable that circle.
Well, let's just worry one thing at a time.
Well, all right. That seems to have,
North.
yes, north. So we basically immediately start to heading north and realizing once again this seems to branch outwards.
Well, everything so far has been symmetrical, so it doesn't matter. Let's head left.
All right, proceed.
Stealthily, or at least moderately stealthily.
I have a natural 20.
Well, that helps.
Yes. All right. You can now go ahead forward one image to show what they probably got a glimpse of. So this is basically what this corridor works in. This is basically the upper half of the same hallway, in a sense.
All right. My thought process, considering what I just saw, is there might be a way to the center of this. So as we again head this way and around, I am going to look for uh,
Another secret door.
and traps and
Yes.
stuff. So that will be a 23.
All right. This is slightly different this time because we do notice that the lantern's now all on the outside.
Yes.
However, so we've basically had a we've this place loves secret doors. So it doesn't come too much as surprise there should be one more
Yeah.
in this as we start circling a relatively large space basically on the other side of this wall, we suspect.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, once we circle around and get to the opposite side where the corridor continues forward,
Yeah.
we find a concealed switch.
Here.
Yep. And we suspect it opens another door.
I might as well carefully pull it.
All right, you flip the switch. Now we need to go forward again. Further. All right. So the door swings open.
Okay. These guys don't look pleasant.
It's just the best I could find to represent them.
Yeah. Uh, are these bodies or are these creatures?
They're creatures. There are metal slabs in here,
Yeah.
and basically there are three relatively familiar looking creatures on these slabs.
And they
And
remind me of what?
it doesn't take us too long to realize that these are three uh prototypes.
And they're sleeping?
There is basically what amounts to a IV stand with cording basically and hose going down into a needle into their arms. We think they're being kept in a sedated sleep-like state to keep them calm because we've seen how volatile these things can be.
Hmm. I have an idea.
I assume it's kill them.
I have a better idea.
What's that?
Uh, um, this won't break our invisibility. So what I want to do is snip those things that are keeping them quiet and sedate,
Yeah.
leave the room, close the door, and use the immovable rod, which I think we never have a use for, to keep the door from opening. I think at some point in time in the near future they'll kill each other.
Yes. You do know there is just a valve you can turn to stop the flow of whatever potion's keeping them calm.
So,
Date. You want to wreck it.
yeah.
All right. In short order, you were able to sever the flow of the potion into them
Yep.
intravenously.
Yep.
You suspect it's going to take at least a few minutes for the effects to wear off, so we
That's
have
fine.
time.
Yep. Leave, close
Wheeling.
door, take the immovable rod,
Yep.
up against the door, activate it.
You click the emerald switch that it means to glow. The emerald and the rod just stays there, defying gravity. So we got to press right up against the door.
Yep.
It
So
does open outward, so that works.
anyone that tries to move it, well, nothing will happen.
Yeah, it's thousands upon thousands of pounds that weight this thing can hold, and it takes a DC 30 strength check to move at 5 feet.
Yeah. So I think these guys will probably just spend their time killing each other.
True, we don't know what they'll do.
Fireballs.
Well, we don't know what they'll do.
Fireballs. Every time we run at these guys, they fireball things.
Yes, they know fireball. It seems to be pretty standard for,
Yeah.
but we
And every
still don't know
time
what they're going to do.
there's no real point in me saying it one more time, but anyway, that's fine. Let's just leave them alone for the moment.
All right.
And then maybe we'll have to come back and deal with them.
Yes. The move abroad, by the way, is visible.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We have not seen anybody running around these corridors. So,
No, but we know Bree's running around here now, and she can very easily turn invisible.
yeah, she could easily be here.
Not
And
probably not following us though. Not unless she went to the exact same room that we did and turned invisible before we did. I think we both admit the odds of that are pretty low.
she's here somewhere.
Yes.
But for the moment, they're in there. They're going to wake up. They're going to be pissed.
Probably in a few minutes.
Yeah, let's head north. We'll just have to make sure
And now I know how many minutes.
we just have to make sure we remember that they're there.
Yep. All right. We want to go back now again. Sorry for this being complicated, but this is the only way to get this to work. All right.
This room.
This room is the best I can do to describe this.
A lot of light.
Yes. All right.
Some robes. I assume those are Court of the Seven robes.
Yeah, it's just the best I could find. I wanted the visual representation.
And my guess for the guy that we use all the time, he is not an animated armor. He is a helmed horror.
All right. I will, as we get closer, first of all, I would like us to roll a new set of stealth checks.
Right.
23.
Well, that helps because mine is 14.
Okay. So we approach.
And as soon as I see that, I'm not going to go within range of their blind sight.
All right. He's not standing exactly where he's standing. This is just the visual representation I used.
Okay, where is he standing?
He is standing over by the figure in robes, who, by the way, she's floating in
This
air.
person's not standing on the ground.
No, she's floating in midair. All right, so there's a few things I describe in here. There
Yeah.
are a group of animated armors in here.
Okay.
6 more of them. We can't really tell if they're the same 6 we saw earlier, if there's more of them.
Okay.
And there is a helmed horror in here, which you recognize.
Yep.
We've seen a few of those. And then there are 2 figures we don't figures. One who is dressed in the court of the 7 robes, but is floating in midair, and has what is essentially looks like a metal mantle built into her robes.
Okay, that's new.
Yeah, it looks like made of some sort of metal. There are runes on it, and there looks like there are components that fit into it.
Okay. And she's not standing on the ground.
She's floating.
She have the sorry, the obviously Court of the Seven, but she have the Clockwork Soul emblem.
Yes.
So she is one of them.
Yep. Probably the one in charge of this floor, you imagine.
All right.
There's
Who?
one other figure.
Yeah. Who or what is laying on that? Whatever it is.
No one is laying at that table. This is just the visual representation I did.
Okay.
So I suppose I should try to describe the table because it's being assembled. It looks circular. It's got a raised dais which someone fits into, and there's various components and prods and hoses and needles that go into that. It looks like it's something that fits into there. A regular human fits into there and is then subjected to some sort of process.
Some form of pleasant process.
Short of being some sort of torture chamber being assembled, we assume that this is. It does look like it's being built and the process is being made still.
Yep.
We suspect this is a second, or at least we suspect this is being built is whatever sort of genetic device or whatever they used
Yep.
to create the prototypes.
And there's no one in it at the moment.
No one's in at the moment. There is, however, an armored figure standing to her left that is opposite the helmed horror. It is wearing armor that looks very similar to what we saw being built earlier on this floor.
But not a prototype.
It's hard to tell. It's encased in completely in armor, head to toe. It
All right.
has the court of the Severed livery. It looks like a knight almost, but it's got metal gauntlets on it. It's heavily built, but it's not behaving like a prototype would normally would. It's calm.
All right. At the beginning of our little escapade heading here, we were brought to see a body, and that body we thought was an more advanced form of prototype. Is this yet another evolution of that from what I can see from here?
Roll an intelligence check with my assistance.
17?
All right. Remembering back to what we saw on that corpse in Eventide,
Yeah.
and using our imagination to project forward, this does seem like a logical conclusion. This is possibly the end result, or at the very least, the next step in their uh, process. This is probably no longer a prototype. This is probably much closer to being their finished product or whatever they're trying to design here.
All right. As I'm standing here, is there any conversation happening?
Yes, the woman says, "Well, we still haven't heard back the from the group that was sent out to investigate what happened in that disturbance." She says she seems to be talking to the air mostly, but I suppose it is not it is not it would be foolish not to assume that it is connected to the disturbances we heard prior from the floors above. It says I've tried to reach it says reach him, but there's been no response.
Okay. Is the advanced prototype looking like it's paying attention? Does it look like it's responding at all? Is it just
It
standing?
looks like it's like on alert almost. It's waiting for instructions and just keeping watch, similar to what the Helmed Horror is doing. The animated armors, on the other hand, are just standing around waiting for instructions. They can't really do much else.
Yeah, true enough.
She says, "I have the." It says, "No, I should have ample forces to deal with it at the moment." It says, "You also have. I also have the thaumaturgist you sent to reinforce us."
Who said that?
It is the same woman. She seems to be talking.
Just
It's like we're hearing half the conversation,
ah, so she's talking through some form of communication system to
or
send
some
it.
sort of communication magic. Yeah, which is probably more sophisticated than sending
Yeah.
because this is more than 25 words. He says, "Well, I'll wait to the report." She says, "But I suspect our little rat that Ulrich sent to investigate, sent to keep an eye on us, might have caused some disturbances." She says, "Several of my research materials have gone missing." She doesn't know that. It says, "We might have to deal with her in time. How unfortunate that halflings are not currently in the range of for our procedure. She says, we'll have to work on that in the future. She is a valuable test subject, my lord.
All right, now we know exactly what they're talking about.
Yep, and whom she's talking to.
Yes. So we have to wait
Says,
for this conversation to be over.
yeah, she says I should be able. Says, should I send the next of the prototypes down to you? Says, all right, very well. I will wait until the situation is resolved. Says we should still be able to reach your deadline. I was like, says I just wish you to remember which one of your servants was loyal to you in this time. She says when the time comes to find future test subjects and we continue our plans.
A little backstabbing bugger.
She says, yes. It says yes. It says soon. She says it says you will be the true power behind the Court of the Seven.
Yeah. All right. Let me know when the conversation
Near as we
ends.
can tell, it seems to be the end of the conversation.
Okay, I'll wait a little bit longer.
Okay. She turns to the helm door and says, all right, we need to secure this floor as best we can. She all right, before we proceed, she take those, says, take these troops and head out to reinforce and gather the others. We'll need to gather them all in group. She points to the thing they called a thaumaturgist, the creature in armor.
Yep.
Keep watch. I'll be right back. I don't want them getting any lower. I'll disable the lift to the next floor.
So she's going to disable the lift that
He
way.
turns and starts floating that way.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Um, I said time to blow stuff up, and I fireball the room.
You fireball the room. All right. Well, we're going to be in combat then.
Yep, because I can't have her disable that lift. We need that lift.
Yes. Okay. So we should roll for initiative. Your fireball will be what kicks us off.
Yep. I know it's not going to affect, most likely, the helm horror.
Well, also need you to say where are you aiming in the room.
Well, how big is this room?
The room itself is quite large. To be fair, they're kind of all centered around that central table.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to blow it up right away.
Yeah, if you center it right on it and they haven't moved far enough away, you'll probably get all of them. All right, initiative first, though. What do you have?
Sorry, I was just writing stuff down.
Yeah.
Uh, initiative 9.
All right, I have better than you do.
What do you have?
11.
The thaumaturgist?
1 second. I'm just bringing up some additional stat blocks here. I didn't think they had dexterity bonus.
No.
All right, the Helm Horde does have a dexterity bonus. All right. So in order, we have the Helm Horde at the top,
What's its initiative?
16.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. That's its points. Then also at 16, but losing a tie, we have the animated armors.
Yep.
Yeah, well, there might be a lot fewer of them in a moment.
Hopefully.
Well, at the moment, there are 6 of them.
Yep.
All right, next is me.
Yep.
Well, I've got a good amount of hit points at least. I have my mage armor going still because I cast that before we came down.
Yep.
What do you? And I am invisible still. You are about to not be. All right. Next up, we have you,
Yep.
and your hit point total is what? Sorry.
Currently, 106.
All right. You were still concentrating on invisibility,
Yep.
but are about to be visible.
Yep.
All right. Then we come to the court thaumaturgist.
What's its initiative?
6.
The sorcerer is less than that.
Oh no, sorry. Sorry. The thaumaturgist has a 7.
And what about our sorcerer, the floaty one?
Yeah, there. All right, and the sorcerer or sorceress, if you prefer, has she has the 6.
All right.
All right, and last but not least, your hit points, which will probably be reduced in a moment. Okay. So you cast fireball.
Yep.
Roll damage for that.
Just to let you know, I'm casting it at 5th level.
Okay. So 10d6.
Mark that slot off.
Who's this? All right. This should come as no surprise. The Helmed Horror doesn't need to save.
Yeah, what a surprise.
The sorceress rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
The thaumaturgist rolled a 5. And there's 6. I don't want to roll 6 saving throws or roll 3 for the armors.
pairs.
For the armors, yes. Yeah, pairs of them. 2 more natural ones. Sorry, 4 more natural ones. And a 12.
So everybody fails.
Except the Helmed Horror, which doesn't need to roll.
All right.
5 of those are taking double damage.
The ones taking double damage, because I want to say that first, because it's hilarious,
Yeah.
is
Just be thankful I was rolling.
86 points of damage.
80. All right. Well, I've got good news for you. There's 4 fewer Helmed Horrors now.
Well, yeah. Not Helmed Horrors, Animate Armors.
Animate armors, yes.
They only have 30 some odd hit points.
So, a massive fire, the biggest fireball you've ever cast goes off.
Yeah.
And before that passes, the Helmed Horror isn't going to have to suffer at all. What did the ones who still failed but didn't roll natural ones take?
Well, half that, so 38.
38. Yeah, so the animate armors are dead, obviously.
Yeah. All of them.
Yes, all of them. The Helmed Horror is perfectly fine. And you said 40, you said 38?
38 to the Thaumaturgist.
And nothing to the Helmed Horror because
Nothing to that.
it's immune to fireball.
Yep. And oh, sorry, 70 6 to the 8th level sorcerer.
So 76 to both. All right, 76 to both. All right.
76 to both.
The
What?
sorcerer and the four animated armors who failed.
Yeah, they didn't.
All right, so when
They
the
didn't
flames
hit.
died down, you're impressed by this because you've been under the impression that Fireball has been kind of been letting you down lately as a spell. And apparently the secret was to cast at a higher level
Apparently.
because there is an inferno, a 40-foot spherical inferno
Yep.
for a good few seconds. When the flames die down, the smoke clears. The animated armors have been blasted to the ground and look like they're in the process of melting from the heat.
Especially the ones that rolled ones.
Yeah, the sorcerer who was in the process of turning and flying room was blasted forward, and her robes are on fire, and is lying motionless on the ground, 10 feet away in the corridor.
Motionless?
Motionless. The Helmed Horror is not bothered in the slightest.
Yeah.
And the Thaumaturgist is still standing. Took damage. Weathered it well enough.
Yeah.
And now we come to round 1 of initiative.
That was a nice opener.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Well, the Helmed Horror is up first.
The Helmed Horror is up first. So these two are both intelligent. What?
All it sees is me.
All it sees is you because I am still invisible and outside its blind sight.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. It only has blind sight. It can't see me.
All right, let's get rid of the Helmed Horror or the animated armors because they're dead.
Yep.
Though admittedly, there are still 6 more of them this far. Yeah, it only has blind sight. Blind beyond the radius of 60 feet.
Yeah.
All right, so it was standing here.
Over by her, wasn't she? Wasn't it?
Yeah, we're in the corridor. It can't see outside the room.
Yeah.
It is intelligent enough, though, to realize that all of its troops and its master just died in a big ball of fire.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll to see what it's going to do now. It's a 9. Brings up its bident and goes over to examine its charred and burning mistress.
Heading further away from us.
Yeah. And despite not having medical skills, does determine that she's dead. And probably beyond saving. And looks about ready to fight, you suspect. As soon as it can see a target.
So it could find a target. Yeah.
It can't do anything else for the turn, I'm going to say, so that we'll leave it at that. We come to me now. And says, well, that evens the odds.
And then some.
Yeah, I'm really glad it worked. A full evening on that character.
Sorry. Hey, you did the same
I know,
thing to
we've
you guy.
been doing this. This is twice in a row, by the way.
Yeah.
It doesn't sing well for any of the other sorcerers here, does it?
No.
All right. What am I going to do? This fight just became a lot easier.
I would say to you, aim at the unknown. The Helm Horror seems oblivious.
Distracted at the moment. Also blind.
Yeah.
We don't know about... actually, no. We can tell... Actually, I'd roll insight for that. I rolled a natural 1.
You rolled a natural 1?
For insight. I was trying to insight check the thing if it could see us.
Oh.
You can roll yours if you want.
No, I said kill that thing.
Yeah, that's probably what I was going to do.
Yeah. No point in trying to aim at the Helmed Horror. It wandered off. We can deal with it last.
Yep. Alright. I've been wanting to try this spell out, so let's go with that. Yeah. Alright, I am going to cast Ice Knife. I haven't cast it yet since I learned it, and I think the... Oh, wait. I should double check the range on Ice Knife because it's a new spell. They might have to step into the room a little bit.
Well, you have advantage on the roll.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm thinking of doing that. The range is 60 feet.
Oh,
I'm going to step forward into the room. I'm going to try and still stay out of the blind sight of the helmed horror, which I should be able to do.
easily, because it got knocked back. It went and visited its master.
All right. Yep. All right. First level is kind of sad, so let's cast it up a little bit. I have all my third level spells, so let's go with a third level ice knife.
There you go.
I can't hit both of them, unfortunately, because they're too far apart. All right. As I become visible, I wipe some of the moisture from my brow and I cast the spell, and which does not require verbal components, so you don't see me actually say anything for this.
All I see is you become visible as this
Yep.
ice.
As a dagger of ice forms from the water I draw forth.
Yep.
And I make a ranged spell attack against the target with advantage because as I become visible.
Yep.
So that's going to be, with my plus 10, it'll be an 18. That's its armor class.
Holy crap, that is an 18 armor class?
Yeah.
I will not be making ranged attacks against it.
Alright, so the initial damage for hitting is just a d10.
What? At third level?
There's a second half to this.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so it hits, so it takes 7 points of piercing damage as the ice shard hits it, at which point it detonates into a cloud of icy mist. Which at first level is 2d6 cold, but I'm casting it above that, so it's twice that, 46. And that's a pretty poor roll. Add 9 points of cold damage to that.
So you did 16 points of damage.
Yep. Still standing, and I'm now visible. Oh, and it can clearly see both of us.
Well, it's taking 54 points of damage in 6 seconds.
Yes, fortunately, we come to you now.
Yeah, I'm up next. Seeing how this thing is very hard to hit, I think I am going to take out my wand of magic missiles.
All right, you take out your wand of magic missiles. I'm so annoyed how easily she died.
Isn't it annoying when that happens?
Very.
Well, partially she rolled in that one.
Technically, so did the animate armors, but it didn't really matter. They probably weren't going to succeed against your saving throw anyway.
Oh, that was a bad one. This is...
Well, I got to try a snipe. That's nice.
27 point of damage to it.
From a magic missile? You said that was bad?
Well, I dumped 6 charges into it.
Alright. So. You unleash 6 magical darts from the wand.
Yep.
They all arc out just as this thing's about ready to look like it's ready to give a cry and get ready to unleash whatever attack or spell they can do on us. And all the darts just blast into it and knock it to the ground. You're just deleting this encounter.
What's that?
You're just deleting this encounter, basically. You just like press the delete button on this initiative.
We still have a helmed horror to deal with.
We have dealt with those before.
3 at a time.
Yes. So yes, so for the second time in a row, congratulations, you've killed one of my new monsters before they got a chance to do anything.
I'm so proud.
It should be. Alright. We come to the top of round 2.
The hell more.
The helmed horror, which now turns around, and because it's in its blind sight rays, sees the dead thaumaturgist.
Yep.
And goes over to inspect what it is, at which point it's within 60 feet of me.
Yep.
Yep. At which point it can see me, and turns its bite on me, and is going to attack twice.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, we just basically had to. The thing that basically helps this thing is the fact it's immune to everything you just did.
That's the reason why I used all those things on that, because I knew I couldn't use any of it on it.
Well, that's a total of 20 for the first hit.
That'll it.
I have mage armor, so technically speaking, I can cast shield and raise my armor class to 21.
It is a Clockwork Soul Biden.
Yes, we've seen the Biden bolts from these things, and they seem to do rays of cold.
And you're resistant to cold.
I'm resistant to cold. I'll roll to see if I can do that. No. I'm perfectly fine with just getting hit with cold damage, apparently, which I'm resistant to. I'm also pretty well off at the point. Second attack is a 2. Alright, D12 plus 1. 8, which becomes 9, which will have to 4 points of cold damage.
Yeah, it's just not worth burning a spell slot for.
Okay, I feel it. I feel a bit chillier. Some of the perpetual water that drips from my skin freezes, and I feel it's like that's uncomfortable cold. Yep, I felt that. That was a little painful.
Consider the amount of hit points we've lost.
Yeah, I know. Recently. All right, my turn. Congratulations, you've completely dismantled this encounter. Yeah, actually, you know what? Do you have inspiration?
Hey, I have inspiration back.
Yeah, you can have it. I mean, I know you did very little apart from just, fireball, which you do all the time, but I have to reward something that just like in one round, you took up everything but one combatant.
Yeah, I went from 6, 7, 8, 9 combatants
9.
down to 1.
You killed 8 in one round.
Yeah.
I only did a minor amount of damage to one of them. All right, my turn.
Helmed Horror is gonna be a pain though.
The Helmed Horror is going to be annoying because, as we've encountered with these things before, they are immune to magic missile and all force damage.
Yep.
They have a high armor class. They have magic resistance, and they have immunity to 3 spells of their creator's choice. One of which is clearly Fireball.
One we know about now, yes.
Yes.
Well, I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, well, we're not doing magic missile. That's for certain.
No.
All right. I'm gonna check. All right. I know that they can choose whatever it is, but very common choices tend to be obviously rather combative spells. These things are used for combat. Fireball, lightning bolt, heat metal. Those are the 3 that that people like are given as an example in the monster manual, for instance.
Yeah. We met one that was immune to Cone of Cold.
Yes, we've encountered one previously that was immune to Cone of Cold, and I believe it was created by the Clockwork Soul.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Cone of Cold is basically at this range I could cast it at the area edge of it. I'm just going to move forward 30 feet. Because there's one spell I know that I'm fairly certain it's not immune to.
Because nobody knows it but us.
Mm-hmm. But, let's see how this goes. Frost Breath. I'm just going to stick at 3rd level for the time being.
Hey.
Let's see if we can freeze it. It still has magic resistance. So, this is not guaranteed to work.
No. But it doesn't have the best saving throws, even with magic resistance.
This is Constitution, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the magic resistance prevents another natural 1.
That's too bad.
A 16 will not succeed.
No.
Spell save DC of 18.
I know.
That's a lot of ones. That's 3 ones. I get to add on to this now. All right. 12 plus 6. 18 points of cold damage. Reasonable. That's fair for frost breath these days. And more important,
It's frozen.
it is frozen in place with ice. Yes. Like I said, I love the fact that the court hasn't yet found out about this spell.
Hopefully never will.
Yeah, we probably should try and prevent that. Alright, so it's basically restrained for all intents and purposes. Which means disadvantage on its next attack roll, and disadvantage on any saving throws.
So it has, well, it has advantage, so disadvantages cancel out.
Yes, if you use magic on it, yes. That's unfortunately the case. It's only on dexterity saving throws, by the way.
We also get plus advantage to hit.
Advantage to hit a restrained target, yes. You do know that their armor is essentially plate armor?
18 armor class.
Yeah, so the same as the Thaumaturgus stat, apparently. But you're up. What do you want to do?
I was going to do one thing, but I think I changed my mind to save my spell slots.
Yeah, you're going to say the fact I just froze it in place?
Yep, so I am going to... I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb
Okay, that's still a spell.
at 2nd level.
2nd level. Are you doing anything else? Do you have any meta magic points left?
I have them all.
You could use both to twin cast it then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, 2 attack rolls against the Helmed Horror at advantage trying to beat an 18 armor class.
With plus 10 to hit.
With plus 10 to hit, and 2nd level, so that's an extra damage on each. Out of curiosity, what damage are you setting it to?
Oh, cold work.
Okay, well, yes, we know the only damage type they're immune to is force and psychic and poison.
That's 2 hits, no natural 20.
No, it's not immune to psychic. It's immune to necrotic. Weird.
It has no brain.
Most
Okay.
constructs are immune to psychic damage.
Yeah, how's that a thing?
It's intelligence, I guess.
I guess.
Downside to making intelligent constructs is they become vulnerable to being harmed by psychic damage. I don't know.
So 4d8.
Oh, what did you roll to hit?
Oh, into the 20s both times.
All right, so both those hit.
So that's 8d8 damage. There is the other one. There we go.
Yep. It's a chain lightning. No, it's not. It's a cone of cold.
Yeah. All right, what do we got? That's 10, 20, 31, 36 points of damage.
All right, for a moment, it looks like you freeze the thing solid. It is still moving, but the ice around it has been reinforced by the 2 blasts, by the 2 icy blasts from your blue chromatic orbs.
Yep.
Still standing.
Yeah, I know they're pretty tough.
Not functioning too well by the looks of it, though.
I think I just missed by a few hit points.
Yep. All right, round 3.
Its turn.
At the at the top of round 3, I would like each of us to make a perception check.
I'm so good at those.
I rolled a natural 1. I'm clearly distracted by the fight.
No, I have a 14.
You hear the sounds of distant armored footsteps.
The other 6 saves.
The other 6 probably coming to report.
All right.
Though they're distant, so it'll probably take a couple rounds to get here. So this fight might be over by then. But it's a good time to mention it.
Very important.
Yes, you are still outside this thing's blind sight because it hasn't moved.
Yeah, I know.
But it only has 1 target.
Yep.
Or 1 second. You're intelligent. Will you try and break free? Yes. That's a 15.
All right. Try and break.
All right. Magic resistance does not help against this.
Nope.
Just a straight strength roll against my DC of 18. That's a natural 19.
No, it breaks free.
Shatters the shell of ice around it using its action, which probably means that was probably a really bad decision on its part.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't get to do anything except get shot now.
Yeah, it's going to move closer toward. No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it's the end of turn.
No, it's its action.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It works a bit differently. That way, I decided to make it an action. So instead,
All right,
being a turn thing, it wouldn't move forward. As far as it's concerned, there's only one assailant.
yeah, I can see
So
it.
they only see. Yeah. All right. I was gonna ready. Well, I no longer have advantage on this, but I don't want to use any more spell slots. So magic resistance. I'm gonna hit with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
I just have to roll above an 8 to hit it. I rolled a 12, so that hits. All right, 3d8 cold. I'm actually glad to pick the spell up now.
Yeah, doesn't have many hit points left. I know.
Yeah, having spell attacks is actually quite nice, as it turns out.
I've been against that for so
Two
long.
whole campaigns, people.
Yeah.
I think this is almost going to do more damage than the Frost Breath. Well, 16. Close, but no. Alright, so just as every blast of magical cold hits it, this last ray streaks from my hand, hits it, and it does freeze Saul after it breaks from the ice and falls over to the ground, inert.
Yeah, kind of figured.
Yeah. 6 hit points left, by the way.
Yeah, I know, I remember.
Yeah, you were keeping track.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
how many do they have?
Technically speaking, we are out of combat at the moment, but I'm going to keep us in initiative because there's another wave coming, basically.
You can leave the animated armors at their current initiative now?
No, I'm going to roll new ones. All right. Based on that, roll an intelligence check, each of us.
15.
We suspect they're 4 rounds away.
All right. I am going to immediately go up to our uh, 8th level. Well, sorry. I don't know if it's 8th level. But
Yes, you do.
I'm going up to the dead sorceress.
Yeah. I was going to say her name, but she didn't get a chance to introduce herself. So,
Yeah. I didn't even bother naming level 7 because I knew it wasn't going to last more than 2 seconds.
I hoped this one was going to last a bit longer.
Nope, not allowed to live.
Okay, so you go up to, I'll just say her name, Hama, because otherwise it's not going to get said. All right, you go up to her.
Alma?
Hama.
Okay.
Hama Rain, if you want her full name.
Nah, not necessary.
All right, she's human, of a dark complexion, which is now severely burned dark complexion, because you basically incinerated her almost.
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
Yeah, you can find your emblem. It's probably white hot still.
I am picking up my emblem,
Yep.
and then we need to
Maybe a little warped and quite warm, so be careful.
think of what we're gonna do here. We
Yes.
are spent for spells. Well, I still have a few spell slots
We
left.
still have I still have some spell slots too. There are only animated armors coming.
Oh, I'm not worried about them.
No.
We can blow them up when they show up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of what we're gonna do going forward.
Yeah, we do have like I said, 24 seconds though before they get here.
I want to do a quick investigation check on her.
All right.
Um, 24.
24. All right. Apart from the fact you've thoroughly destroyed her body with fire and robes. Robes are rather scorched too. There are 4 things which are intact on her.
I kind of figured there might be some magic on her.
Yeah. The first thing that's relatively intact is a small pouch which has only been partially charred. Investigating there, you find 3 potion vials
All right.
whose contents have not been disturbed.
Yep.
The other 3 things are all things that are on her.
Yeah, what's that metal thing around her?
All
Is
right,
that
we'll get to that. The other 2 things you note are she's wearing a circlet or a headband with a sapphire in the middle of it. It's made of silver. It actually looks like it's of elven construction, you think.
Huh.
That's not been really any disturbed by the flames.
Yeah.
She has a brooch into her robes in the shape of what looks like a shield.
Oh, I think that's a brooch of shielding by any chance.
You don't know. You can roll on her contract if you want.
Somewhere in the 20s.
You suspect that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
You remove that, I assume.
Oh yeah.
And then we come to the mantle, which you come in short order, realizing we're not going to be able to remove this from her.
It's part of her?
It has been surgically grafted into her shoulders and collarbone and torso.
Ow.
Yeah. The other thing you notice is there are four slots on it, or four, they're basically meant to open up and have things come out of them, you suspect. So this probably
Some kind of mechanoid. Rockets shoot out of her.
not rockets, no. Unfortunately, you're not quite sure how to activate this now that she's dead, but whatever this contraption is, presumably it is of magical nature, given the nature of this place,
Yeah.
you would probably have to chop off her head, her arms, and sever a good like upper section of her torso to take this thing with you.
That's quite all right. I,
Yeah.
I don't want this thing grafted on my body anyway.
Yeah, so I assume we're leaving that attached to her corpse.
For the moment, we'll just take the three potions, the circlet, and the brooch,
Yeah.
and we will await our visitors.
All right. Well, I say we can stand on this side of the table.
Yeah, they won't see us.
Yeah, until
Yep. As soon as I hear them coming up the hallway,
well, we can hear them now, but let's get this to get
you know what I
closer.
mean. As
Yeah.
soon as I know what they're going to be able to range in a few seconds.
We'll see them long before they see us.
Yep.
Another firewall probably a good bet.
Yeah, I'm running out of spell slots here, so it will have to be either a fourth or a fifth level fireball.
Well, the fifth level one did really well.
Yeah, let's just see if that's a fluke. We'll do that.
All right. I will then proceed to do something if necessary.
All right.
All right. They arrive. I'm going to roll individual saving throws this time just to give them their fair shout this time because last time four of them got natural ones.
I did not roll enough to kill them.
All right. One gets a natural 20.
Wow.
Two rolled 17s. So those are successes, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
One rolled a 15. I think that's a fail.
that's a fail.
The other ones are 7 and 5. So half of them succeeded, half of them failed. What's the damage?
30.
30. All right. Well, yep. They're all still here, but and it'll be 15 for the ones succeeded.
Yeah, so one takes none.
Yep.
One takes 15,
Two take 15.
and the other three take 30.
30. All right.
They don't know we're here yet.
They don't know where they took damage, so they know something's wrong. They're not that stupid.
They have one intelligence.
Yes, which means they're self-aware enough to realize when they take damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're going to start at the top of the round. I'm going to keep us in initiative, though, but your fireball's what gets us into combat again.
Okay.
So, initiative, we're going to keep the initiative the same for the most part. 11 for me, 9 for you. They also
Ah.
they also rolled a 9, but they have no dexterity modifier, so they're going after you.
No, all right, doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to survive whatever you're going to do.
All right. I'm getting the distinct feeling we're probably going to be stopping for rest at some point.
They have to.
Yeah.
I'm
So
running.
I don't want to be outdone by you, so let's hit them all with a cone of cold.
There you go. That's the end of them.
Well, I'm gonna roll them saving throws. One of them rolled a natural 20. He might get really lucky again. No natural 20s this time.
All right.
They all fail. Oh, wait. No, wait. This is Constitution this time. Is their Constitution better than their Dexterity? I closed the word. I closed the web page. +1. They all still fail. If it was better, they would have been fine. One of them would have succeeded. And some would have been fine. It's one of the ones that took damage previously. Alright, 8d8. Unless I roll really awful, they're dead.
Well,
Or one might survive.
three of them are guaranteed to die.
Yeah. 8. 10. 18, 22, 27. 30. 31. 32 points of damage.
So there's one still here with 1 point of health left.
Yes. Why is it not letting me go back to my word doc or my initiative? That was weird. So, when the frost clears and the cone of cold dissipates, there's one still standing, barely. And as your turn,
First level magic missile.
you don't even, not even gonna. All right, yep.
I still have all my first level spell slots,
I have a lot of my first level spell slots too.
so I'll just finish it off.
All right then.
Now we need to figure out where we're going to hole up because we need to.
I say there is still one thing we technically can go and deal with before we do that.
What where she was going to go?
Well, no, I assume that we can check what's in there. I assume.
That's that head one image?
There is no more images.
No, okay.
Needless to say, I left that room vacant, but it's going to open up into another room with a lift leading down.
Okay.
There's, I was going to say we did leave 3 prototypes alive still. We could go and eliminate them now.
Let's go check to see if there's need to be eliminated.
All right, so we want to head back to wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Over there. That's fine. This will do.
So I'm gonna put my ear to the secret door.
All right. I'm going to make some rolls here. Did they wake up? That's a yes. That's a definite yes. That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
All right, there's 3 of them in there.
For quite some time.
All right, so for self-control rolls on them, that was a 15, a natural 1, and a 10.
The natural one is just going to go ballistic on the other two, and that's going to set them off.
All right. Well, I can't do a combat that we're not involved in here, really. So let's do some rolls.
First guy, the natural one's going to fireball the other two.
Yes. So we didn't hear the explosions over our combat, which is rare. The immovable rod is still in place and the door is still closed.
Oh, they're still fighting.
Well, no. Do you want to listen in there?
Oh, I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah. Now roll your perception check. Now that I know what's going on.
Oh, 16. Not bad.
All right, you smell burnt flesh to the door. See, the problem with this is it's a relatively small space, and they were throwing the rather damaging spells at each other, and these things explode when they die.
Yeah, I thoroughly expected them to kill each other.
Well, with the rolls I did, I guess I have to congratulate you. You've dismantled yet another encounter without expert. You definitely earned that inspiration.
The removable rod really came in handy.
Yeah, we can reclaim it now if you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
now proving to be useful.
Should we check in there just to make sure they're all dead? We don't hear any noises.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to deactivate the immovable rod without
You do
touching the
that.
door. And then I'm going to move the immovable rod back a couple of inches,
Mm-hmm.
reactivate it. So it's just hanging there.
Okay,
Open the
yeah, that
door.
works.
The door will bang into
The
it.
door will bang into the rod and not be able to go any further, so it's now ajar. Yes.
Yep. And then I'm going to peek in the room.
All right. Roll a perception check at disadvantage because you're looking at this through the tiny keyhole.
6.
6. Might I suggest you summon a familiar in there to take a look?
Sure.
Okay. You summon your owl. You
Inside.
look through the owl senses.
Yep.
This room is covered in scorch marks and gore.
I unsummon my familiar.
There is no living prototype in there.
I unsummon my familiar.
Yeah.
Detach the immovable
And
rod
put it back in the bag of holding.
and put
Yeah,
it
it's
back.
coming in handy.
Yeah.
It's a very versatile magic item for what it does.
Yeah. Which is one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
I think we can be confident that those three are dead,
Yeah. They killed each other.
which means, as far as we know, these are, by the sounds of it, what she said, these were the remaining prototypes to be processed. And she was going to send down the next one at some point.
Yeah.
And we prevented that.
Whoop, wrong way. What was that
How did
doing?
that get in there?
I have no idea how you got that in there.
Yes, we still
Uh,
have some prisoners.
yeah, these guys can easily be made, I assume, at some point into thaumaturgists.
I assume that's why they're there.
Yeah,
And I
wow.
assume the ones we found before being prepared for dissection.
All right. I'm gonna roll an alchemical check here. Do I think they need a living creature to perform this procedure, or there? So, in other words, do I think that those
Roll. Yeah, I
dead
understand what
guys
you're
on
asking for.
this those dead guys on the slabs were just seeing what went wrong, or can they be used? That's in that one.
I'll roll for me. That's a natural 17. To answer that question, I said these things aren't undead, so they would definitely require living test subjects, I would say.
All right.
I suspect they're just going to be performing autopsies on those other ones back there to try and figure out what went wrong to refine the process.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So,
So, we are probably not in any condition to escort those 9 people out of here at this point.
no. What I was thinking,
That teleportation circuit can be used just for that purpose.
yes, but that requires a long rest. So I
Yeah.
suggest, I mean, there's no other real place we can go. Is there observation orbs in here?
We didn't see any.
I'll have a quick look in there. Is there any?
No, well, just spare us a roll.
Okay. I suggest, is there anything in here besides this circle?
Just the candles.
There's nothing in here.
Well, there's a lot of dead bodies now.
Yeah.
That's a quarter. That's a quarter. That's still active, by the way, as far as we know.
Yeah. We need a place where we can hole up.
Yes. We seem to be agreeing that we need to take a long rest at this point.
So I suggest, because we do have the emblem, sorry,
Yes.
the pendant that keeps these guys and all this stuff from attacking us. I suggest we go up into one of these rooms. Not this one. Not this one. Uh,
We can go up and actually use the guy's bedroom.
Well, yeah, I want to set up the hut so
Yep.
that it will not look conspicuous. Like an empty room is just not good enough. And we can sit down for a long rest.
All right. So
And
that's
during
our
that,
plan. I suggest we we're gonna go back up to the previous floor,
yeah,
and we are going to go take a long rest. All right.
during that long rest,
Yeah.
you can do this off screen if you want. I want to identify everything we have.
Yeah. We can cover that next time, I think.
Yep. And I want to read through those research notes, see
Yes.
if I can verify some of the things we're beginning to think.
All right. So by the sounds of it, this will be where we'll be stopping tonight. Well, the long rest seems like a good spot, and we'll basically be doing next time what we did this time. I'll briefly recap that stuff next time for us as we
Yeah.
continue. All right.
And also tell us what we got from the session before.
Yes. All right then. So, in the meantime, thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like and subscribe, and please join us here again next time as we continue delving down even further into the Dracomyr facility and seeing what new threats and horrors await us in this madhouse of the Court of the Seven's Clockwork Soul.
And don't forget Bree.
And Bree, who is still here somewhere,
Still somewhere
as far as we know.
and possibly being blamed.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Well,